Welcome to the shop. I'm Jared, and this is the Questionable Garage, formerly known as Wrench Every Day. I'm really excited. We've got our new exciting name. We are still working on our logos and banners, so you get to enjoy the old Wrench Every Day intro for now, but we'll have the new one here hopefully soon. Something else I am incredibly excited about. This is it. This is the episode. This is where Lazarus, our 1992 Lexus SC300, has its rematch against Brent and the PFI Speed guys and the Freedom Civic. Just over a year ago, we were talking about the idea of getting these cars, mine from Chris from B is for Build. Tavarish's Civic went to Cletus and changed a ton of hands. Like it's, you know, everyone from YouTube has had a chance with the Freedom Civic, but it's now in Brent's hands. We've had a chance to rebuild them, and this has all been thanks to eBay Motors. eBay Motors has been an essential partner for this entire series. It's literally the reason we were able to do this. They worked with Tavarish and B is for Build for the first round, and with us again here to get these things back fighting fit. And what's great about eBay Motors is there's literally millions of parts listed. If you have something that needs a part, you're gonna find it on eBay Motors. And if you buy something that isn't quite what the seller promised you, eBay Motors works with you to make it right with their money back guarantees. If you've got some money and no project car, with their automotive classified and auction listings, you're gonna find the project car that's gonna just, well, it's gonna tickle your fancy. Like if you wanted a small block swap TH350 power drag car that wasn't very fast, you're gonna find it on eBay. So if you're not using eBay Motors as an essential part of your project and car buying experience, you should really check them out. And again, thank you so much for them jumping on board and working with us to get this car ready to go. Now, if you look at the car, you'll notice, well, it's a little bit cleaner, it has some stickers, and isn't quite how we left it in the last episode. Well, that's because I'm filming the intro after the race happened. Because it turns out when you thrash build a car, don't get a lot of sleep, you forget things like intros to videos. That is if, you know, really I don't have an excuse. This is my job. I'm supposed to film and take you along for the whole experience. Let me just tell you about our trip down and maybe I'll get some sympathy points. So our plan was to load up Thursday morning from here in Georgia, drive down to Bradenton, have a nice restful night and show up to Test and Tune on Friday, getting ready for the big race during the Cletus and Cars event that night. Well, loading up in the morning turned up into, well, we loaded up at about 8 o'clock at night. You know, it was dark. You know, you can tell by this clip of me driving the car to the trailer. So we get the car strapped down and we get Hammer down, heading down from North Georgia. And along the way, we picked up our friend Bradley, who helped heat wrap, and he wanted to hang out and was going to be a useful asset for just helping run around and manage a race weekend. So as we're going, we realize, hey, we're gonna be a little bit late to our hotel, and we start calling them a lot. We gave them a lot of phone calls to say, hey, we're gonna be running late, but we are coming. Please save our room. And, well, they didn't. Turns out Motel 6, when they say they'll leave the light on for you, it's your dome light. Because we pulled up to the hotel, they told us they canceled our entire weekend's reservations and charged me for it. And said, get lost, there's no rooms. So Thursday night and Friday morning, we kind of slept in the truck. And by I didn't sleep. I had a whole 15 minutes of sleep. The other guys got a little bit of rest. But we showed up to the racetrack anyway, ready to go. So here's a very tired Jared introducing us at the racetrack.
Well, it's windy as it always is out here. And this is actually inserted after our intro. I don't think Brent knew there was Test and Tune before the actual event, which is paying into our favor, except we're not testing yet. We're still building the car. It is running now on ethanol. We got the pump gas out of it. We've got intercooler tank filled. We're basically down to connecting taillights, finalizing line lock, and then just working through the tune and feeling it out a little bit. So Bradley is getting it all cleaned up so we can put a couple stickers on it to represent the people who helped us out a tremendous amount on it, and that's where we're at. I'll get to suit up and try to go fast.
So we are now at the racetrack with a car that's not quite ready to go down the drag strip. There's still lots of wiring to be done and just small, simple things. We needed to get two-step fully functional. We needed to try to get the trans brake working. We were trying to get proper bump in working. we weren't ready to go racing, but we had to go racing. So we spent a lot of time. David was working through stuff. I was working through stuff. And then our competition showed up. Oh, look, they're meeting.
I told you all of our problems are it's just you know, cloak and shadows.
I believe that 100%. That's what's real.
When he said that you were actually still at home working on it, I said no, he's sitting at the beach lying to you.
Yep.
That's not the truth at all. I'm exhausted, but the good news is 4 hours after the test session started, we might go take a pass.
I know, I'm excited to see.
Are you gonna take one?
I'm not sure.
It's a little delicate.
It's a little delicate.
So we're doing 2 out of 3?
We're doing 2 out of 3. That's what I believe.
5 out of 7?
We're gonna do as many as it takes for you to win.
So 1?
We might be here all week.
We'll just do 1 and done.
If you notice, Lazarus is kind of small. As we're doing our 2-step checks, we're going corners of the property, trying to get away from people. It's not a fully tested car yet, obviously. So we're just wanting to make sure we don't accidentally hurt anyone as we're doing stuff. But I still love the way it sounds.
Okay, that's a thumbs up. That means I need to get my pants on. Can you put 1 bag of ice for me, sir?
Yes.
1 bag. We need to save it for party mode. We just want 1 hit for some data.
Yes.
And we go from there.
I will say, I think we have a dead screen because it won't come on at all. Like, you know, you turn on Dominator. We get lights and then nada. Actually, I don't even think we get, lights, nada. Verified all the connections and stuff, so we'll see what that might be, but
Yay.
it's bizarre.
What did I need that for?
The shifter, to turn the air shifter on,
So how do we turn it on without it?
you can't.
So I have to shift it.
Yeah, which I mean, it's just...
Yeah, just smack. Not a problem. We'll make it work.
So with the car mostly operational, I decided it was time to make a test hit. It's 4 hours into the test session. I wanted to see how the car was going to go. Brent was now there so he could see what his competition had, and it was go time. You know, why not strap yourself in the car? We didn't check tire pressure until like we were in the staging lane, and thankfully Brent and Jamie were awesome. They ran over, got their air compressor, helped us out. We got tire pressure set to a good level. And I did my first burnout in the car. We were trusting all the systems were gonna go. We had the air shifter that was supposed to automatically shift and do all the things for us. We set up, I do my burnout, I don't sit on the trans brake long enough at all, and we leave on a soft boost, and
open that thing up.
Gotta turn her up.
Yeah! That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
Well, that was a good rip. That's his first pass.
For a first pass?
That was a really good pass.
There's still a few things we got to get right. I got the glory of doing a burnout, which I felt was pretty spicy. We left a little soft.
Yep.
Needed to be on the trans brake just a little bit more. I really just wanted to do an A and B.
Yep.
What are we gonna get? Are we gonna beat 16.5 and
982, 140.7 miles an hour off the trailer with no touch? Like that was.
we set air pressure and make it work.
I was gonna say it was a tune-up off my car, and like who's to say how close it was? The data log will tell us.
But
that was a good pass.
what's really funny is a couple people came up and they're like, all right, you can tell you guys aren't hustling anyone. They're like, that's the first time you legitimately put heat in the engine, because header wrap smokes a tremendous amount the first time you get it hot, especially if you spill coolant and water in it like we did. So it rolled steam off it enough that the track workers went down to make sure it was good. And yeah, we're not leaking anything other than serpentine belts. We were a little worried about it. I've got hopefully a couple more belts coming, but we're gonna look at it, and that leave felt, so as long as I get on the boost more, I feel like if we keep that leave and then just let the power roll in, let's figure out the boost, look at your log. I will look the rest of the car over. It has been way too long that I've been able to do a pass like that, and it feels good. It feels really good.
Yeah, that happened. Somehow, in our first run, we broke the 10-second barrier. Like, we just blistered it, 980. It was something. It's been a long time that I've driven something that, even on its soft leave, that was a hard leave. Like, it shot back pretty good, enough that I didn't have enough force in my leg. It knocked my leg back. I had to slam back down on the throttle. It put together an impressive run. I was pleased. But as we were going, I didn't hear, like, the RPMs were just soaring to the moon and the air shifter wasn't doing its thing. So I had to reach down, slap the shifter forward. We hit 8,200 RPM. Our limiter was 8,400. Our desired shift point was actually 7,900 RPM. So I'm glad my ear picked up and we, slapped through the shifts and we put that run together. And I was over the moon. The car worked. It drove just straight as an arrow. All of the crazy 4-link stuff that was incredibly wrong, we got it dialed in right, and it did it incredibly well. I was really happy. So we had one small problem. We lost a drive belt. So I had to run to town and just buy every drive belt I possibly could. And we got back just in time for the test session to be over. So we're gonna be one and done for that test session, but we had new drive belts, we had a couple tweaks to make, and we were ready to go.
Hey, Brent, keep it together. We got a race we have to do.
I know, but I want to make sure it works.
Still go 10.8.
Yeah.
Damn.
So now is the moment. I don't know if they announced that we were doing our head-to-head race, that we were racing for money for a charity or anything at this point. And doesn't matter. We know what we're doing. Sort of.
You ready for round one?
I am ready for round one, I think. I'm feeling it.
I've got sensors coming and going. We'll see what my car
My
does.
boost is out of control. I rode boost cut for a while.
Whole gear.
A whole gear?
Whole gear he was on boost cut.
Well, I can't make more than what the gates want to give me, so this is going to be fun. But anytime we do one of these races, there's stakes, right?
Yep.
I'm not taking your car.
I'm not taking yours.
Well, that's not an option. So, how about we both put $1,000 in?
Yep.
And winner picks the charity.
100%. Let's do it.
So the charity I'm racing for is the Soltz Foundation, which is part of the Great Pyrenees Rescue of Atlanta, where they help train rescue Great Pyrenees of service dogs to go into nursing homes, children's hospitals. There's these giant polar bears that love to protect, and I had an opportunity to sell some merch and just give them a small donation, and they were thrilled, and it was changing for that organization. So $1,000, $2,000, like it's a huge help for them. So
What I find amazing is that's my charity too.
really,
It's amazing.
is that the one you picked?
What
Really?
is it? I can't even believe it.
So best of 3.
Best of 3. Two
right.
out of 3 is fair.
Give us all equal opportunities to blow something up.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I got to put my proper pants on. These are my racing shoes, though.
Yes, sir. You look great.
So we'll get dressed up. We'll bring Lexus out. 10 seconds, right?
10 seconds.
No funny business. I've not changed the tune-up.
I just trying to
I know.
correct what I was doing. So I mean, I went to 10.8.
His was really lean.
Yeah, it was 14-1 or 14-0 air fuel.
So you tuned
Not
it for
bad.
fuel economy.
Yeah. I chose to save some fuel.
That's not good. Don't tune a boosted motor to 14 to 1. Otherwise,
At 40 pounds of boost.
40.
Yeah, that's my cut.
You really got to send it.
What else can I do?
I mean, you're driving 2 more wheels. Come
I
on.
know, but it's little.
All right, let's get lined up. I cross ahead of Brent. He's right on my rear bumper. It was an amazing drag race. We're like 1130s each at 137 miles an hour, which is an insane mile an hour for such a terrible pass. And I warned Brent, if I was ahead of him at the stripe, laundry's coming out. There was absolutely no reason for me to throw a shootout, but I did it because I was ahead. And we come around, we meet up, we're chatting just a little bit because we were pulled off. I had to pack the chute into the car for the drive back. Brent comes up and we're just laughing, have a good time. Track worker comes down, making sure we're okay because we were clear of the track. They just, we stopped. So get loaded up. We drive back to the pits, and on my way back, I'm hearing a not so happy noise from the engine. I'm hearing a hard tap, which it's never good to hear a hard tap from your engine. We pull into the pits, and that's where this moment happened. Well, round one goes to Lazarus. But Karma got me. I spun real bad, he bogged. It was a pretty even run, and I threw the chute just to kind of be a jerk. And now we think we dropped the lifter. So we need to pull these valve covers real quick while they're trying to troubleshoot over there. That's not gonna be fun if this is how we go out, but it's part of it. Hey, Brent. It's totally normal to throw a chute on an 11-second pass, right?
Yeah. I mean, it felt faster, right?
No, I was just being a jerk, if I'm being honest.
I didn't mind.
There's a thing called karma, though. We're working on trying to identify a new tappy tap.
We're trying to find a problem as well. You look this line right here.
Oh yeah, you lost some.
I lost the cylinder. my pass was on 3 holes.
So I was potentially on 7 and just spinning half the way.
Oh my
You're
God.
on 3, so
We were a mess that time.
I really, really hope it doesn't go the way of a hurt engine, though.
Well, same. So
But
we're
we'll-
working it out. We're diving through these things, see if we can
We'll
work it
figure
out.
something out. We'll come up with a game plan.
Yeah.
Because the worst way would be to not be able to make another pass and having to default it away. But
Yeah, we don't want that. 100% do not want that.
we'll come up with something.
Yeah, us too.
I'll send it with a broke lifter.
I'll send
I actually
I'll
probably
send
won't.
With 3 cylinders.
I
I came all this way. I can put in a motor together.
You know, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well, I pulled the valve covers. We checked all the lifters, all the rockers, all the push rods. Everything was looking just fine, and it determined most likely the noise was from the bottom end. That we heard a rod bearing, and I called it karma at the time. I'm gonna save my theory for what happened to this engine for our teardown of this engine, but we're out of it. You know, we had an amazing test. We won round 1, but we couldn't do 2 and 3. So I had to go up to Brent and give him the news that not the idealist way, but he's won the shootout.
What's that?
Looks like you're either going to default or we're going to come to a way to settle race number 2 with you running solo.
Oh no.
Rod bearing's gone.
No.
With the most conservative timing, 12 pounds of boost. It's mild enough that I could potentially run it, but that does 2 things. I
You chuck it outside the block.
risk the engine,
Yeah.
risk the track for everyone else. That's no fun.
No.
So, you win, or we settle it. Can you beat my 9.8 time slip?
I want a foot race. Let a foot race settle this.
I mean, 3 strides to my 10.
Right. So, here, you aim the camera for us. So, listen.
I definitely gotta try to beat the 9.8.
So,
Let's just do that, because I feel more competitive with that.
you do one more run. If you beat the 9.8, it goes to your charity. I also got word Tavarish is going to donate to the losers charity.
Hey,
So,
awesome.
he's matching what we put in. So,
Dang it, man. We wanted this to, we may have to just rematch this again.
Alright, try number 1 for Brent to beat my time. That motor's done! That motor is done! It took off good though. Yeah. Oh, well that motor's toast! Yeah, that's done. I swear I saw something go off of it. No!
Well, I did what you didn't want to do.
Oh no, it's windowed.
It is windowed.
Hey!
We worried
Wait,
about those
wait.
rods in general, so.
Wait.
Did
I
we
win.
make it farther?
No, it was
According to
time
those
slip.
rules, he wins. I can't go back out and run the 9.8 unless we change all in.
This is the worst possible way
bad
to
deal.
win.
You made a bad deal. We lasted longer.
That's all good. Wait, deal's a deal.
All right, let's get you pushed in, and then we'll pull you out and we'll talk. I think you earned those.
I gave him the onion for sure.
Those are fresh yesterday, so they're good to cook
Thank
with.
you. I appreciate that.
This is not quite what we wanted to go down, but you know,
It's real
it's
life.
racing. Like
Yeah. We threw cars together, you know. We both had some reservations and worries about something.
right. Well, and you lost the motor and had to go to World Cup, so you basically had the same amount of time to redo everything that I had to do the final build out. So 6 week rematch.
6 week rematch, and it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna see a rematch.
Yeah. Or we'll just work together to get through it, because
100%.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, because if I'm gonna go through a motor in a bend, I need to bring 6 motors. Okay.
And you have to carry them all with you.
Yeah, all of them.
What is this, dude?
I gave it the onion.
He gave it the onion, so I brought it to him. I got him for a bit, and Brent earned him.
He did earn it.
So we're jumping back to the future just one last time as we're closing out the video at the event, and I just wanted to say thank you. First, thank you to all of you for watching. It gives us the opportunity to work with brand partners like eBay Motors to do something like this. Thanks to all of you that came up during the event. It was cool getting to see all of you, for you to be able to see the car in person, to see the pass. I wish you could have seen the real fast pass, but you know what? That's racing. Things break, you figure out why, and you don't make those mistakes anymore. I want to say a huge thank you to Brent, Jamie, the PFI Speed guys. It's been awesome meeting them. They are amazing, positive energy and so much fun to work with. And just, again, I'll say this, if you remember Brent from the Bristol and how much he was cheering me on, like, everyone needs a cheerleader in their life like Brent is. And realistically, Brent will be your cheerleader if you ever meet him. He's an aspiration for positive energy. I got to thank David. He put in a tremendous amount of long hours and just doing everything he could to get this car there. And once we were there, hammering through, getting it tuned. Bradley jumping on board, he did the jobs no one wants to do. He did all the heat wrap stuff. He did a lot of just mounting, drilling the holes and mounting stuff up at the track. He wiped the car down, got stickers on it for us. So big thank you to Bradley. Let's jump back out to the track where we wrap this video up, but it has been so much fun. I can't wait to get this thing back on the road, running strong, and out on sick week. That's the next plan. That's where round 3 is going. So to me, at the track, is that how throw it to the track, something like that?
All right, so eBay Motors rematch. Part 3 now, right? Listen, our cars are so thoughtful of the viewers.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys want to see more of this, so
Let's keep that content rolling.
everyone's blowing an engine. There's actually been a lot of blown engines here tonight, so we're not alone in that.
No.
So
We're all pushing it. So
technically, we win. Lazarus wins.
Lazarus wins.
But
Green Civic wins.
honestly, I think they're honest.
The Schultz Foundation wins in the long run.
The Schultz Foundation is the real winner. So that was awesome of you to pick them
I think it's an amazing.
they were saying how amazing $600 was. So they're getting a real big check coming, and that's so cool. Awesome. I will link them in the description below if you'd like to check them out. Or send some donations.
Help out.
Man, thank you eBay Motors, thank you Brent. It was such a fun time to wrap this up and we'll do it again.
Well, it's not a wrap. We have to do this again.
Well, we wrapped it up. Now we get to do part 3. It's the saga. It just keeps on going. Yeah. So, man, this actually might be the last Wrench Everyday video.
Yeah.
From now on, it's going to be the Questionable Garage. So,
Questionable Garage.
So remember, when I wrap it, I'm going to throw it to you, and you have to say something witty.
Oh man, I'm such.
Are you ready?
I'm going to try.
I'm not putting it. You got something ready? So, as always, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we go racing and blowing up cars. But I'm Jared, reminding you guys to always make questionable choices. And Brent?
I'm Brent from PFI Speed, and I made a questionable choice.
We'll see you guys.